Pasha Paro, YNet7. Thank you for tuning the replay. Who you rooting for? Yo, today, right? First of all, I appreciate y'all patience, man. You know what it is. I understand it's been a minute since I hopped on this YNet7 for y'all. But you know what? Whenever it drop, you gotta be ready. That's why you need to go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification bell, because I be taking my time to make sure you get the best, on only the best. You know what I mean? Like, it's a bunch of duplicated clone stories out there. You're not getting that on this channel. So look, check this out, right? This is real shit. So today, what we gonna be talking about is, I titled this one "Tempting." You see what I'm saying? And with the whatever you want to call it underneath that, the subtitle, "A Hungry Lion Will Eat." And we ready to break this shit all the way down to the molecule, all right, to the proton, to the neutron, all right, to the boson particle. All right, let's get it. So let's take a look at the word tempt, right? So tempt means to attract, allure, entice, right? To feel, try out, attempt to influence, test. You see what I'm saying? Okay, so, you know, I'm not even gonna tell you what time it is in a few days. You know, everybody, you know, marketing campaign, you know what I'm saying? It's all about trying to get you to an attempt to influence you. And people do this every day, all day, whether they realize it or not. And a lot of people are addicted to sympathy, and all a real person has for them is empathy. And that's why, you know, real people are the outcasts of society, because if you look at the top word there, temporize, you know what I'm saying? It says to fit one's acts to the time or occasion, evade immediate action, right? To pass one's time, to wait one's time, etc., right? So that's fake. You know what I mean? You're only doing it for the right now, and you consciously know that. It's one thing to, in my opinion, to be a certain way or to do a certain thing, and you grow up or grow out of that later on and transform or evolve. That's one thing. But if you know such and such, and you do this and that anyway, then that's fraudulent. You know what I'm saying? And I don't understand how people like honor that. You know what I mean? It's not honor. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, where I'm from, keeping it real meant you ain't have to lie about shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta pretend to like your music, and then I'm in there bump my head, and then when the chick walks in, I start looking all bored and shit, because behind the scenes I've been talking, you know, shit about you. So when it was just me and you, I could really be who I really am. And then when someone else walks in, I gotta, you know, pretend that you wasted my time or something, and we weren't just engaging, interacting, and having fun. One way or another, that shit's temporized, or it's fake as hell, or it's fraudulent. But you know, it's a whole group of people out there that think that shit's cool. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's get to it, right? So I'm ready to break this shit. I'm ready to break this shit down for you, okay? So let's go to this, right? So you got I seen this on Facebook, right? This is why I have Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Like, those that know me know, like, shit, 4 weeks ago I had 16 people on my Facebook page. I know it's a lot of people out there trying to get 5,000, and I'll be looking at that like they got 5,000 people and only 4 people responded to their post. Like, I would, me being me, I feel some type of way about that, because, you know, what the fuck is the other 4,996 people doing on my page if they ain't interacting or engaging with me? Like, what the fuck you here for? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's sus. And they'll be like, oh, the algorithm. Man, fuck the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? If you was checking for me, the algorithm wouldn't matter. You would punch in Pasha Paro, I'll pop up, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that simple. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. So some people, they like that shit, right? So here's what I'm getting at. You know what I'm saying? Boom. At the top it say there, you see the visual. I think this is a very powerful image. And at first glance, and I cropped it purposely and to protect the innocent, you know, so respect that. And if you know who this person is, then, you know, it's in no way related to them. It's just happened to be what I saw when I saw it, and this is my reflection upon it. So, you see the image, right? And it's like a little kitty, a little cub, whatever you want to call it. You know, if you thought it was a cat in the beginning, maybe he's fucking confused, right? Maybe the dude was confused. So he thought it was a cat. That's still, whose fault is that, right? But let's just say he feeding a little kitten, okay? Kitten grows up, becomes a lion. The cub grows up, becomes a lion, whatever you want to say, winds up biting the motherfucker. So it's so cliche for people to be like, look at this top. Boom! Learn the hard way, as I do most things, excellent lessons. Well, I'm going to take that at face value because that statement is really, really proper, because it really includes the infinity of possibilities with that. There was no like saying it had to be this or that, or it's this and it's right, wrong, or whatever. It just said, boom, learn the lesson the hard way, as I do most things, excellent lessons, right? Because that lesson could be anything. What lesson in the comments below right now, at first glance, tell me what lesson this is. The person down here, right, who originally had the quote was saying, be careful who you try and help and feed. You see what I'm saying? That's what they related to. Boom, they saw that, they said, yeah, you know what I mean? You help motherfucker, and then they turn on you. And you know, I know a lot of people can relate to that, right? So let's look at how I felt about it, right? Because I had a response. And this is just my opinion. Like, who the fuck am I to have a fucking opinion? But thank you for sharing the time with me, going over my opinion, because maybe it may help you think about some shit and help change your opinion or strengthen your opinion. You know what I mean? I ain't really nobody. You know what I'm saying? You ain't really nobody. I am you. So let's look at what I had to think about it. I said at first, I was like, yo, you know what I mean? I put this little video clip up. What is it called? If you know what this called, the little clips, put that in the bottom in the comments, right? So I'm gonna keep it moving. So what I said was like, yo, cause this is how I thought, right? And this, I got a song that's dropped, you know what I mean, called Get Used to It. And it's so much, it's the vibe is so thick in there about what I be trying to help people with my music. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, look. So I said a therapist would say the grief-stricken victim mindset of the viewer. See, like, let's go back to that real quick. Because the way I look at life is whatever people see in you, it's a reflection of what they focused on. And normally what they're focused on is some sort of reflection of themselves. So basically whatever they find or see in you is a reflection of themselves. So if you got a person that's telling you your shit is trash, it's because they feel like their life is trash. And they're looking for the trash in yours so they can connect and be like, see, yeah, you're trash too. You should be like me and just go over here and die. You see what I'm saying? That's why you get that. Somebody else, like when I look at people's stuff, man, somebody else might say it is trash, but I'm like, yo, I like how you did this. You know what I mean? Because if you keep working at it, eventually you gonna make that a treasure. You see what I'm saying? Like, keep working on your craft. And that's what everybody need to do. They need to keep perfecting themselves. But you got these people thinking, like, I'm a perfectionist, but I don't think I'm perfect. That's why I'm keep striving for perfection. But you got people out here that think they perfect. So they're gonna tell you your shit trash because they shit perfect. And the only reason they shit perfect is because they ain't fucking trying to do shit. This the bullshit of the society you got around you that's influencing you. Anyway, let's get back to it. So the cat grow up, be a lion, bit the motherfucker's head off, and they're like, be careful who you try and help and feed. Now let's go back to what I was saying, right? Let's go back to it. So a therapist would say the grief-stricken victim mindset. So you gotta be grief-stricken. Look, I got a lot of great content on this channel. Okay, this is why I don't be in a hurt. Some people, I'm bringing a new video to you every week, twice a week. Look, I ain't that dude, all right? When it come up, make sure you got the subscribe button clicked and the notification bell hit so you can get this shit when it drop fresh. You know what I'm saying? All right, so what I'm getting at is you go back to the video I did on grief, right? You can see that you have to be in the mindset of grief to place blame on someone else. You see, once you become real, once you become true, you understand that you're responsible for everything that manifests in your life is you. It's because of you. Motherfuckers trying to blame everybody for shit and don't realize that they allowed this shit to happen or they asked for this shit to happen. So you gotta be grief-stricken mindset to focus on this picture, right? And only be like, oh, be careful who you try and help and feed because, you know, they gonna turn on you. Like, that's where you at. You grief-stricken. You living in grief, so everything you look at, you see grief. Right? All right, let's get back to it. A therapist would say, this is why my music sound crazy, because I study psychology. Now, my struggle is dumbing it down enough to the point where everybody can appreciate and relate and not be intimidated by it because it's new or it sounds different. But I'm working on that. I'm working on that for you guys. And it's getting better. So just stay with me. But the therapist would say the grief-stricken victim mindset of the viewer would relate to this character being a victim. See, when he got his head bit off, you think he's a victim. Only people that's thinking about he's a victim is the fucking victim mindset people. However, now what I said here is, however, this is why this is why people don't want to be interacting with me on Facebook. I understand. I'm only for the 2% because see, the truth is uncommon. The truth is uncommon. What the word tempting mean? Let's go back to that. What it mean? Attempt to influence, try out, feel. See, they want you to feel some type of way. They want some pity from your ass. They want you to be sympathetic, and you like, nah, man. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like, why would I feel like that motherfucker the victim? We don't know what the fuck he did. Obviously, he was doing something right for a long time. That cat big as shit now. Or he been doing something wrong for a long time. That cat big as shit now, finally got tired of it. What the fuck is the truth? Why it's gotta be a victim mindset? Oh, because that's all you know. That's all you can relate to. So you gotta find that in it. So go back to what I'm saying here. However, a person in search of truth would ask, before we see the character as a victim, what did he or she do or not do to the lion to make the fucking lion turn on him? And then to me, that's the difference between real and fake. Who thinks for you? You're not even thinking for yourself. You don't let somebody influence you to see this as a negative situation, and you don't join the fucking pity party. That's what you did. You not even thinking for yourself. You just oh, emotion, poof, attached. Yeah, right? I'm saying, because obviously there's people getting this shit right. You know what I'm saying? There's people getting this shit right. And then as soon as you see someone else getting the shit right, you got something bad to say about them, because now your grief-stricken ass feel bad that they getting it the fuck right and you couldn't do the shit, so you gotta fucking complain instead of getting your ass up and learning how to fucking do it the right way or improving yourself, because that would mean you would have to blame your fucking self, and you can't do that. You afraid to blame yourself. That's why you never improve. You know how much pain your ass would feel if you say, you know what, it's my fault. It's easier to blame somebody else because that takes the pain from you. You can say it was their fault. They did. They're the reason. They because of that. And then meh. And that's why y'all all stirred about fucking election, because you want somebody else to come here and do something for your ass that you should be doing for yourself. And then you can complain after 4 years because you feel like they didn't do something for your ass for 4 years, when you knew they wasn't gonna fucking do nothing in the beginning for you, right? You knew that shit, but you was temporized. It made you feel good for the moment. You wanted to try out the feeling good and put it all on them. And this is what y'all look like. You're ready to get screwed again. Because no matter who it is, they're going to screw your ass because they only came around and now you all taking. Look, anyway, look, let's get back to it. So, and then I put the little, the gift, right? It's a gift. See, I got gifts for y'all. All right, but look, in the gift it say every human is capable of committing acts of great cruelty. The problem is your ass be cruel to people, but you're so fucking blind to yourself that you don't realize the cruelty of your own actions. Then when you meet somebody that's actually pure and trying to do the right thing for everybody around them, you look at them like they fucking weird and crazy or try to take advantage of them and think you playing them. And then they let you play them. They let you play them because they're going to go like this. Oh, okay, that's the card you're dealing me. All right, you know what, I'm going to take. Because see, they not a victim mindset. They a real ass motherfucker. And they going to be like, oh, that's the card you playing with me? Okay, you know what now? If I do this, that, and the other, I'm going to let them play that. Okay, you know, I could take this card that they giving me and I can flip that and I'll get 12 more cards over here. You know what? Keep doing that. Keep doing that shit. I need that shit. That's gonna work for me in the long run. And you over here with your friends like, we playing the fuck out of this motherfucker. He don't even know. And meanwhile, he's sitting there like, yeah, you got some more of that shit. Okay, give me, give me more. You're like, damn, this motherfucker dumb as hell. He keep doing. And then all of a sudden, the lion bites your fucking head off. And now you want to talk about, oh, well, he turned on us and he did this. No, motherfucker, y'all turned on him day fucking one. And he was just smart enough to fucking use the shit to his fucking advantage, or she was smart enough to use it to his advantage. And now you out here running around trying to be the victim, trying to tempt people. Where we at? Go back to the word, right? You trying to tempt people into fucking feeling pity for your ass because you was trying to play a motherfucker and got played. That's what's wrong with y'all. That's what's wrong with y'all. See, when you on the podium like this, talking your little story, but the one person got over here, got the angle on you and can see the motherfucking screwdriver blade. He like, ah, man, hold on. All right. He might even go to his people like, yo, that motherfucker's a screwdriver. And they laughing at him like, nah, man, something wrong with you. Stop hating on people all the time. This, that, and that. You know what I mean? Y'all remember the story of the axe in the trees, in the forest, right? Y'all remember that story? Vote for the axe. The forest kept shrinking. The motherfucking trees kept voting for the axe because he kept showing them the wood handle and they overlooked the fucking blade on his ass. So then the people like, oh, you're crazy, you're just a hater or whatever. All right, so you the one that don't get screwed. Everybody else getting screwed, but they either do or don't realize it. They just fucking addicted to it, right? Excuse me. They just enjoy that shit, right? They addicted to it. They tempted. You can't be a victim mindset and not find ways to become the victim because you won't never be satisfied. All right, so look, right? So I said, for example, and then this is what people do. Oh my God, he put 2 paragraphs. Like, motherfucker, this is obviously you needed 30 years of experience given to you, and this is as short as I could get it. But you complaining because I put 3 I mean, I'm not saying they complained. They didn't complain. I'm just talking about some people be like, oh my God, he put a long ass passage on there, and because you need this long ass passage because really this is 30 years condensed in a few paragraphs that your ass needs so that you can go back and change fucking society. Because I'm going to show you how fucked up this is and what this causes in the world. See, matter of fact, let me give you a preview of where we going with this. This fucking shit leads to this. It's no difference between this up top. Wait. This and this. And it starts with y'all fucking ass not understanding this shit right here and the difference between and the victim mentality that y'all keep claiming. Because once you attack this lion and say, oh yeah, the lion turned on him and now he bit his head off and now you want to destroy the lion. Because of your fucked up ass ways. And if you want to destroy the lion, then here you go. But hold on, let's get back to it. This is why I don't tell you I'm coming out every 2 weeks. 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 videos a week. Fuck that. You get this shit when it's right. And right now you need this fucking shit right here. So here's my example. Human in this shit right here. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Like people with tarot cards, they know how to read pictures and shit. People in the streets, you know what I mean? You know how to read body language. You know how to read shit. You very observant. Observe this fucking shit. This motherfucker was naive as hell in the beginning. Look at the top picture. His eyes big as fuck. He don't know what the fuck he doing. He just excited to have a fucking cat. Now hold on, let's get back to it. The human, right? The human has forced the lion into being dependent upon him. This is how much information I could go on for days about this shit, but I'm gonna keep it, it's gonna be somewhat brief. All right, this free of charge. If this was a college class, you'd be paying me about $500-$600 right now for this course. Fucking see the value. Shut the fuck up. All right, so he done took the cat. He had options at that point in time. Let's say he found the motherfucking lion. He thought it was a cat. Whatever. You took it and you made it. You put it in captivity. You created you created walls. You separated it from the opportunity of its own freedom. That's the truth. No, I gave it a place to stay. Fuck that. Stop being all like, variableistic, if that's the word. Stop focusing on the variables. I gave it a place to stay. I took it. No, you fucking captivated the motherfucker. You took the shit in. You walled it off from the escaping. You held it captive. You taught it to not go past this line or this fence. And you fed it sometimes. And you tried to make sure it didn't have any fleas or ticks. You had the option to take it to the fucking wild animal people and say, here, can you raise this and put it back in nature? No, your ass wanted to keep it. Okay, cool. You didn't know what the fuck you was doing with it. And it grew up and bit your ass. All right, hold on. Let's go back to this. So my first thing was why is the bottle the same size when it's a full lion as it was when it's a cub? Now you talking about be careful who you try to help and feed, right? But you if that motherfucking bottle is the same bottle from when he was a fucking kid, that fucking lion need about 10 of those bottles right now. And if you only bringing him one bottle still after that motherfucker fully grown, I'm sure it's some times between that little cat and that fucking big cat that he said, yo, dog, I'm still hungry, man. And if your ass ignored that shit, who fault? Who fault is it? Who the fool? No, that's all you need. That's all. Okay. That's all I need. I got you. Fucking bit his fucking head up. Because now he said, I eat you. At least I'll get to satisfy myself for one day. I ain't never been satisfied since he outgrew that bottle. That motherfucker, that's what he thinking. He gonna feel satisfaction one time. Some of y'all people, family and people in jail right now because they just wanted the satisfaction one time. But y'all blaming the lion. Fucking look. So eventually the lion would succumb to the desire of, this is why I don't have no Facebook. This is why they don't want to talk to me. This is why they don't talk to me. So, and I'm good with that because the 2%, anyway, we'll get into, just know I'm good with that. So eventually the lion would succumb to the desire of being satisfied, fully nourished, and they felt the opportunity was to eat the human who had purposely isolated them from the true nourishment and provided an illusion to the outsiders of satisfaction. Because when that motherfucker, when your people come over, you're like, look, I got a little lion and shit, a little bottle and shit. Yeah, no, he run around the yard and he found that motherfucker's good. And it was an illusion because the people that don't know, people more naive than your ass was like, yeah, okay, looks like he's good. All right, he's walking, he can stand up. Okay, maybe he looks healthy to me. All right, great job. You sure you want to keep that motherfucker? Yeah, he good. All look well. till the motherfucker grew up and bit your ass. So only to those willing to be deceived by not asking questions, right? Some of y'all has and then this is what you gotta look at about yourself and your life and your people. And hey, if they choose to stay around you, then you know, then you tempting as hell. You know what I mean? And then a lot of females out there are bad mouthing dudes because they so used to tempting the lion or the male and being successful that when they get to a truthful motherfucker and they try to tempt them and that shit don't work, then they gotta talk shit about them. You know what I mean? Well, he this and he that. No, well, he just real. And your tempting ass didn't work. You see what I'm saying? So let's get back to it. Some of y'all purposely forced lions into isolation, right? And think about the people around you. And either you purposely or inadvertently, like, man, you know, like I said, maybe you just didn't know. But you starved them, and then you want to claim to be the victim when the lion eats or kills or leaves you. Like some of y'all, like, you know, like I said, in relationships, and this is both ways. I know I said females earlier. I'm a guy, so I'm thinking about the chick side, you know, but you know, whatever it is for you, you know, fill in that blank. But some of y'all need to be, you know, the dude to leave or the chick in your case or whatever, then and when they leave, you know, you mad, but you gotta really be grateful that they didn't really become the lion and kill your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta look at it like that shit. You don't know another person's pain. Y'all playing with motherfuckers' pain and shit like it's okay. And when they finally get fed the fuck up and respond to that shit, y'all not prepared for it. Y'all not prepared for it. That's why that's why we leave y'all alone. Because we already know you not ready for what you're not ready for the rage that's trapped behind these walls that you call eyes and fingers, and you're not ready for the pain to be released. So stop poking these bears. So they leave you, and instead of you being grateful that they didn't kill your ass, you want to talk shit about them because you don't understand that you got a victim mentality, that you don't understand that you isolated and are tempted to put that person or that animal or that whatever in captivity, and it finally rebelled. That's why y'all can't really have a revolution, because y'all too victim mindseted to have a revolution. That's why they can't change shit in your life. Anyway, let's get back to it. So, and even if it leaves you, right, and eats another human in the village. So let's say the lion just escaped. Like, fuck it, I'm out of here. Fuck you, man. Fucking 9 feet in me ass, motherfucker. All right. So it leaves you, but it's walking down the street now, hungrier. It's hungrier as fuck, right? Because now it ain't even getting a little ass bottle, but it's like, you know what? I'm free. I can go do my own thing. You know what? Damn, there go a motherfucking person right there. And it eat that person. Ain't that still this dude's fault? Ain't it still that? See, y'all don't understand. I'm not gonna say y'all. And when I say y'all, I don't mean everybody. What I mean is I'm talking to the people that either need to know this, or I'm talking to the people that know somebody that need to know this. And what I need you to help me do is connect the motherfucking message with the fucking people that need it. Like, we trying to get the light on, put the motherfucking cord in the plug, in the outlet. You know what I mean? You standing there, connect the shit. So if this lion goes out into your village, into your tribe, and eats another mother one of you, Ain't that still your fault if you this dude with the bottle instead of you sitting there saying, damn, I'm glad that motherfucker didn't eat me. Like, you are the reason that he ate the other person, and that's what's wrong with society. Because once you take responsibility for yourself and know that there's nothing greater than you, you will see that this is all you're doing. Starving the fuck out of people, and they either die and you're happy that they die, or they become a motherfucking monster and they destroy everything and you're to blame. You're the fucking blame. But in your mind, you was doing this great thing, and but because you were ignorant to how it should be done. You see what I'm saying? Like artists, we make music. But if you don't know the power of words, let's say, if you don't know the magic behind spells, then you don't know what the fuck you doing with your music 100%, because your music is gonna go in. Anyway, that's all I'm gonna say. So my shit sound different because I took the time to study what the fuck I was doing. You see me with crystals and shit because I'm into that shit. You see me with seagulls. You see me with sigils and shit in my tat because I know what the fuck I'm doing. You gotta study that shit to infinity, man. Or else that shit gonna turn on you like this lion did one day, and you're gonna be saying you're the victim, but it's your fault because you never looked into the the complete picture. Totality, that's what I'm trying to say, man. My little Bell's palsy, it be fucking me. I can't pronounce shit sometimes. The totality. You didn't look into the totality of what the fuck you was trying to do, and now you want to blame everybody else like it's your fault. I mean, like it's their fault. So how many other examples can you think of where you would, if you were the lion, that you would have ate the human too? When you look at this picture, instead of feeling like a victim, and I mean, technically that still means that the lion is the victim, but it's not about the victim. It's about the truth of the matter. So what other truths could you relate to and say, yeah, if I was a lion, I would have ate that motherfucker too? You see, once you stop and ask yourself what the truths are, what the possibilities are, once you see the whole picture, you less likely to get screwed by the dude or the chick on the podium in your face. Because you got to know what tempting is. You got to know what tempt is. You got to know what temptation is. Because once you become the lion, they're going to want to destroy you. Because they're afraid of you. And once you create a lion, you have to know that you're responsible for that lion's existence in this story. And once you accept that reality, I think if everybody accepted that reality, the world would be a much better place. And it's like I put down here. You'd have to get used to it. Pasha Pyro, YNet 7. Who you rooting for? Get used to it.
I just sick pay on a 6'3", 4-matic park assist. Text message back, order join my mailing list. Fever in the brain, Percocets. Patients in the lobby on my waiting list. Quarantine, pharmacist. Foreign jeans, stuff I know, numerologist. Big screen, big heart cardiologist. Next session back, office gave a Parkinson. Champagne meal, tickets and croutons. Have them running back, honest like no parking signs. I just took hard work on a date 100 times. Gave up every weekend with next week in mind. Now I'm counting back pay. Gon' tell them all up, spend that back pay. Don't they owe it all till you're calling back dates? Time to slip and fall on your bad day. Blowing every cut on my band-aid. And I promised mama lied when she said you ain't worth a damn thing. Middle of the night, left home without a damn thing. You gon' be next, feeling like the world owe you everything. So you should get used to it. Taught them everything but a student loan. 8 bedrooms for my studio. I just bought a car on my mobile phone. Gave your first one for the ratio. So you could get used to it. So you could get used to it. I ain't mean for you to fall in love. First call when you lost your job. Feeling bankrupt, now you Donald Trump. I just wanted you to get used to it. So you could get used to it. You feel like money now. You feel like money now. Don't you wanna count it up? Count it up. Back pay. You feel like money now. So you could get used to it. Back pay. You feel like money now. You feel like money now. Don't you wanna count it up? Count it up. Back pay. Gon' tell them all up, spend that back pay. Don't they owe it all till you call it back dates? Time to slip and fall on your bad day. Blowing every cut on my band-aid. And I promised mama lied when she said you ain't worth a damn thing. Middle of the night, left home without a damn thing. You gon' be next, feeling like the world owe you everything. So you should get used to it. Taught them everything but a student loan. 8 bedrooms for my studio. I just bought a car on my mobile phone. Gave your first one for the ratio. So you could get used to it. So you could get used to it.
Pacha Pyro. It's YNET7. Thank you for joining the replay. Now go change the fucking world, alright?